Oh, hi everyone. I wasn't sure if my camera was working. Welcome to the Phil and DeBlanc podcast. It's Dia de los Muertos, so you can go to a graveyard and talk to the tombstones, and you won't get arrested for by the cops because they think you're crazy. So I encourage everyone to go to cemeteries and just sit there and hang out, and then you could just say, "Oh, I'm celebrating Dia de los Muertos." Unless you're illegal, then don't, because they might arrest you and send you away. But if not, it's okay. Just bring food. Put food in a grave and you go like play cards. It's okay. Happy November 1st. Enjoy the show. Yes.
I keep looking over my shoulder.
Oh, Steve Patterson's on today's show. He's my favorite.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, actor and podcaster Justin Long. Plus, sleep issues and solutions, courtesy of the Sleep Doctor. Also, our good friend Steve Patterson takes us behind the scenes of our big Halloween show. All this on live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelo.
Wednesday, November 1st, 2023. We're just scooting right along.
Scooting along. Everybody get through it? You got over it? Halloween? The nightmare after the nightmare?
How many bags did you hand out yesterday?
We gave away 6,500 candy bars.
How many little individual bags?
1,200 individual bags. Because here's what I did. We bought all the bags that the drugstore had. Okay? Which I put 2 candy bars in each bag.
Why?
Why did you do this, Kelly?
Why?
Because I was tired of the ingrate children going, I don't like that candy bar. Can I have this candy bar? This way you get a bag.
You move on.
Move on. Bag.
And they're both great.
Yeah.
They're both great.
They're both great.
Yeah.
But then we ran out of bags. So then we had to go back to the candy bars. And then it was, I don't like Twix. Can I have a Kit Kat? My brother can't have peanuts.
Take the Twix away and tell them to piss off. You can have nothing.
At this point was, so we had Audrey and Monica Mangan came over
Yes.
to hand out candy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
the
Joyce,
threesome.
you arrived right before they got there with your adorable niece. Oh my gosh, she
But
was
she was
so
so
cute.
cute. Let's talk about her for 5
And
minutes.
so we were like handing out candy, and within 5 minutes of us handing out candy, Michael Consuelos, our oldest child,
So we know who the
who
fuck he is.
comes over every
Loves
year
it.
on Halloween
Loves it.
to give out candy, told us that we were ruining his system and asked us to leave. So we were like, okay. So we went upstairs and we had the best girl gossip session. It was like, I was like, this is the greatest Halloween ever.
No.
We're doing nothing.
Yeah.
We're not productive. And we're just gossiping.
Then we started kissing.
Heaven on
And all the stuff is moving out the door. All the candy's going. I, on the other hand, had the best. I had the best time. I had a 5 o'clock Zoom call, and it was a very important call, and I could hear the ruckus outside, the screaming, the yelling, the squealing,
the haggling.
the
over
haggling,
candy.
and I was missing it all. I loved it. I missed it all. I came down for 1 second to see how Michael was doing. He was sweating profusely.
He was really
Stuck my head out, looked at all it, said, "This is going great. You got it, son." And I went and enjoyed your little gossip session.
It was so
It
funny.
was really nice.
Michael came upstairs and I go, how did it go down there? Because we ran out of candy by 7 p.m. We were out of candy.
Yep.
Out of candy. unheard of. I am.
Usually you have a lot. Yeah.
I am uber.
Oh, 6,500 was a light year. Let me tell you this. You know what you do if you don't want people to say, I don't want that candy? Don't pick up a candy bar and give it to them. What you do is you have a bowl and you say, pick one, and they get to pick whatever they want, and they're happy, and they move on. They're not going to pick two. If they're going to pick two and you're too scared to hit their hand and say, you can't have two, or grab it out of their hands, you're either weak inside or you're weak outside. And you look a little both. Don't sit there and give them a Twix when they can say, I don't want Twix. Have the bowl, say, pick one. There you go. It's that simple.
So funny.
It's really nice.
I mean, you're on TV. You should know this stuff.
And I go,
TV geniuses are smart.
We ran out of candy by
I'm a
7
movie
p.m.
star.
We were out of candy.
Yeah.
You're like
Out of candy.
Andy Kaufman.
Unheard
right?
of. I am.
Usually you have a lot. Yeah.
I am uber prepared. This is only the second time we've run out of candy. And by 7 o'clock, we ran out of candy. And Michael said, at one point, somebody said to him, do you have Reese's peanut butter cups? And he goes, not in my hand.
And then we put out the sign on the front door.
Out of candy.
Out of candy. Out of candy. And then about a half hour later, we
Bing
hear,
bong.
Bing bong.
Now we're sitting down to dinner.
Bing
bong. And a grown woman is standing there, and she goes, trick or treat. No, we're out of candy.
And it was Monica
She goes,
Mangan.
but I always come. Well, you should have come sooner. Because it's now.
Oh, yeah. Wow, the courage you have to tell an adult.
Dinner time, and oh, by the way, you're a grown-up.
If you have real balls, you tell that to a
You're
kid.
not even in a costume. So, if you're going to show up after hours and ring the bell for candy, show us a little something. Maybe I'll find
Yeah.
So we let her in, and she showed us the inside of her skirt.
There's Michael in the thick of it. That's me next to him in the witch's hat, and that's right when he told me to leave. That's like the moment where he's
our block is becoming a destination.
It really is.
It's nice. It's nice.
You don't understand. When we moved there were no trick-or-treaters. And I was like, this is lame. Like, I'm determined.
I miss those days.
I'm determined. Yeah. Here's Monica, Audrey, and me. Yes, I am wearing pajamas. I did very little. I wore pajamas and a witch's hat. This was the block. I mean, you can't really, this doesn't do it justice. We don't our street that we live on does not get shut down for trick-or-treating, but I have a feeling they're probably going to
Is that your goal? To have it shut down?
Yeah, I'd like it shut down. I don't like the idea of kids dodging.
We need every house on the street to participate. And we have some houses don't, some buildings don't. So those blocks.
I'd say that
they're close.
We're close. They're compliant.
Yeah.
I mean, we're surrounded by construction, by the way. But the construction did not thwart the trick-or-treaters from coming. And by the way, neither did Michael in his super scary costume. This is the kid handing out candy to the other kid. And I said to him, aren't they afraid of you? And he goes, no, they're so desensitized by now. He said kids are harder to scare these days.
You just sounded like
Patterson
Mark when you imitated
yesterday. He's going to do a little tape piece for us today.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes of our Halloween show, and he was racing back to trick or treat with his kids, and he lives in Minnesota. The Twin Cities saw the biggest Halloween snowfall in over 30 years.
It's not scary when you're Mike Myers in the middle of the daytime.
Poor Steve.
And you need to walk
Steve,
slow.
you get what you deserve.
You can't just walk like fast, like you're frustrated. Like,
Steve.
hey guys.
Oh yeah. Well, this is So this is
well, the snow cleared
Steve
up.
and his family.
Look at
You can see the snow clearly on the yard there, and that is the perfect costume for him, the Grinch, because I know he lives in Minnesota, but he hates the snow.
Yeah. That was fun yesterday. I didn't know what to expect because it was my first one. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. Hey, one of the tape pieces we spoofed the Scandival thing.
My wife told me we have to live in
It
Minnesota.
was fun to do, And you wonder, because these are real people, so you wonder how they're going to take it.
Was that the mustache costume?
The mustache costume. And Ariana Maddox, there we are. There we did the thing.
Of course, she's trying to write your coattails because she wants to be famous.
Commented on our post. Yeah, she commented. She said, "Dead."
Dead, is that good? Dead is good?
I don't know.
Yeah. And
Dead is good.
No,
Dead is good.
It means you're dead to me.
We have to ask a young person.
All right.
Is she dead?
I was like, dead, what does that mean?
Is she dead laughing?
There's Oscar buzz. Yeah. There's Oscar buzz.
First of all, it wouldn't be an Oscar. You'd be nominated for an Emmy, not an Oscar.
I wonder where
It'd be an Emmy,
Oscar
dick
buzz
fuck.
are.
Sure. I'm not sure.
Trust me, the Oscar buzz is coming from inside the house.
How long? What is Halloween candy's afterlife? How long is too long to hang on to that stash? They say it could last from 6 months to 2 years, depending on the type of candy it is and how it's sorted. Chocolate-based candies, particularly if they're more of the milk chocolate stuff, that lasts about up to 8 months. I know I've opened up a year-old milk chocolate, and if it's gray, don't eat it. If it looks like chalk, don't eat it. They say the hard candies last the longest.
All the candy given out in Berlin, New Jersey in the 70s and 80s was at least from the November 1st of the year previous, because people would wait to buy their candy till it went on sale for next Halloween. So we didn't know that candy was candy colored. We thought all candy was gray.
Did your folks ever steal your candy?
Yes, that was part, we would do this thing. You would empty out your pillowcase, because we would trick or treat with a pillowcase. None of these fancy buckets. So we had the pillowcase, and then you empty out the pillowcase at the end of the night, and we would sort our candy into sections, milk chocolate. Like
candy,
the Snicker
jellies.
bars went together, all the Reese's went together, all the jelly, the tots.
Is that why we did that with our kids? You made that. You carried that on. You would.
I did. I didn't realize that. I was like, we have to sort the candy. I don't know why. I was just like, you have to sort the candy.
But it was for your
And
dad.
then my dad would swoop in, and we would get so irritated. But we held the irritation inside, because it's not like today's kids that are allowed to protest with impunity. We would just like under our breath be like, here he comes.
What would we say back then? I don't feel safe.
Oh my God, I don't feel safe. No, I don't feel safe.
It was like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah. If you felt safe, then your parents weren't doing a very good job.
But we would steal. I would get the Snickers from our kids. I would take a few Snickers from our kids.
Yeah, but they would kick up a fuss.
Yeah.
And we would be like, do you pay rent to live here? Like, what are you talking about? It's your obligation.
Classic.
You're our parents.
Classic.
You're
You don't pay rent
to
to
take
it.
care of us. And I was like, where did you hear that? If you're not good, I'm going to send you to Grandma and Pop-Pop's house.
Oh, no. Look at Mark's face laughing. He's thinking, you're so dumb.
You know how I like to talk
But I
about
wanna get
sports
laid.
on this show. I like to talk about sports.
Right.
You are a one-man ESPN.
That's correct. We're going to talk about high school sports.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
I'm going to talk about high
It's
school
about time.
football. High school football. It's playoff time.
Yes.
And our friend,
Mm.
Kyle Pagash, his son, Cody Pagash, is the quarterback of the Alcoa Tornadoes. And they're playing the Chucky Doak High School in the 3A Tennessee High School football playoffs Friday night. It's their playoffs. And they're pursuing their ninth straight state championship. And he's the quarterback. Here's
He's
Cody.
amazing.
He's amazing. There he is right there. A lot of scholarship offers. A lot of D1 scholarship offers. But I think he's a sleeper. So if you're watching this program, the wives of the head football coaches for the
And
colleges.
first of all, everybody knows the head football coaches watch the show.
Yes,
to
they watch
figure
the show.
out. They all watch
Keep
the
an eye on Cody Pagash, and we'll keep you updated on how they do.
Kyle is my friend. I told you this story before. Kyle and his wife, Debbie, had been together since
High school, yeah.
High school.
Yeah.
Maybe middle school. I'm not sure. They were together forever and ever.
And they have 17 kids.
They have 17
13 boys, and they're all extraordinarily athletic and gifted, and they're freakishly good-looking people. I should point that out. But, you know, Debbie was wanting to get married. She was tired of waiting for a proposal. Kyle was
dragging his feet.
He was dragging his feet. And Debbie broke up with Kyle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Power move.
Power move. And Kyle realized that his life had fallen apart.
Of course.
And he is a filmmaker. And he was making this independent film at the time. And he basically reshot the ending and invited her, begged her to come to the premiere of this film. And she didn't want to go, but she was like, fine, I'll go, just to be supportive of your life's work. So she's sitting there in, you know, the theater at the premiere of this independent film he made. And there's the scene at the end. She knew the movie. She had seen the movie. And there's a scene at the end where they say, whatever happened to that nice girl you were with? You ever get engaged to her? You ever ask her to marry you? And he's like, no, I didn't. The biggest mistake of my life. And the guy's like, oh, you should change that. I'm botching this up, by the way. So Kyle, don't kill me. But
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Don't kill me. And he's like, you're right. I should change that. The lights go on in the theater. He stands up, walks to her, and proposes in that moment.
Good.
And now they have a quarterback who's on the precipice of every scholarship offer.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the story.
Before we go on, guess what we have?
What are these coasters?
New Kelly and Mark coasters. Wow. For your coffee mug?
Is this part of the giveaway? When they win a mug, do they get a coaster?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
But they are available.
They're available for purchase.
These are great.
Let me ask you a question. What do you rip people off for this?
They can find on the website.
On the website.
Information.
In French?
No, in information.
Oh, information. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, we're selling them in French? Ooh la la. I'll take deux.
Also, your podcast drops today. Alec Baldwin is the guest here.
Yes.
Really. Let's talk off camera. Great interview. Really interesting guy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We have a good show today.
Speaking of podcasts, Justin Long is here.
I like him. And Dr. Michael Bruce is here to give you solutions for all your sleep issues.
You have a lot of
I got him. Oh, yeah.
Narcolepsy
And also, because we cannot stop celebrating ourselves here at Live, Steve Patterson is going to take us behind the scenes of yesterday's Halloween show. So, you were shooting behind the scenes?
Yeah, he was back there before the show.
Well, I know he was back there before the show, but I thought that was for, like,
No, he
Instagram
No,
Live.
he did, but no, he was there also during the show, and he captured you guys.
He captured us backstage. I hope not too much.
Yeah.
I know, on behalf of myself, I was loaded with foul language.
That's the Gelman laugh.
All right, you all know what time it is, right? It's time to play.
Okay, let's say hello to Ruth Ann Bedford from Corona, California, who watches the show on KABC. Good morning, Ruth Ann. How are you?
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Kelly. I am wonderful. Yay!
All right. You know how this game works, right? You've given us two statements. One's true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you will win this.
But not this.
That's right. You're not getting the coaster.
All right, Ruth Ann, here are your two statements. I have 3 kids, and their names all start with R, or I have 3 dogs, and all their names start with R. All right, give me your kids' names. Go.
Richard.
They are Rochelle, Brian, Rachel.
Okay.
What are your dogs' names?
Rifle.
Okay, real quick. No one names their kid Rochelle. My first impression guess is that people love their dogs more than human beings, especially their kids, because kids are a pain in the ass and dogs always love you, even when you accidentally lock them out of the house overnight. I'm going to say the truth is that you have 3 dogs and their names all start with the letter R. Because I'm pretty sure you have a baby daddy who named one of the kids after him.
Rochelle.
And if his name isn't Rick,
Rachel.
then it's not the truth.
What are your dogs' names?
Rifle, Remington, and Rusty.
What's the first name of the dog?
Rifle.
Rifle's your favorite.
Rifle.
Like rifle through the trash or like a shotgun rifle?
Rifle.
Rifle's your favorite.
Rifle. Okay.
What kind of dogs are they?
I have a black lab, a golden lab, and a silver lab.
What kind of kids do you have?
Crazy.
Your kids, what color eyes do they have?
You see, when she said the gray lab, she added extra information that no one asked her. That's usually a sign that that's a lie. She's trying to trick them, and that's a lie.
I have a black lab, a golden lab, and a silver lab.
What kind of kids do you have?
Crazy.
The silver lab's a little crazy. No one asked you that.
Your kids, what color eyes do they have?
I might be wrong on this one. I might change it.
I think they're mostly like mine. They're greenish blue.
You think? How long have you had these kids?
Let me see. Okay. Rochelle is 38.
Okay.
Brian is 36. Rachel is 32.
Okay, so they're adults. She could have forgotten what they look like.
They're gone. We moved out.
Okay.
But they do.
All right. Who said I like you?
I think I'm going to change my first impression guess. I don't do this a lot, but I think I'm going to change my first impression guess, and I'm going to say that her kids are all named with the letter. I know she's like and she's stalling. The question is, did she plan that? Did she plan to go and stall and be like, I think, to throw him off? So what's more telling of a lie when she goes like she doesn't remember her kids' eye colors, and how old are they? Let me think, stuff like that. Or when she gives additional information to the dogs that isn't necessary. Both of those are tells. Which one's the greater tell? I gotta tell you, I think she planned this on purpose to throw him off and be like, let me think. I don't. The is genuine, but she said, let me think. You gotta think about your kids' names. That's not true. But that doesn't mean that that's the lie. That means that you planned that. That's what I'm going to say. I think she planned to sound slow about her kids. It was too slow. There's usually a quick slow if it's authentic. When it's too slow, it's planned and it's exaggerated. So I sense exaggeration in her slowness talking about her kids, who she obviously doesn't love as much as her dogs, because I'm going to stick with my first impression guess and say it is true that she has 3 dogs and the gray one is a little – no. Wait, what? No. She loves her kids. Okay, I'm going to change it. And my first impression guess, and I'm going to say it is true that you have 3 kids and their names all start with the letter R. The humans are the truth. That's it. I mean, you put your answer in too.
Who said I like you?
Or don't.
I do like you, but I'm going to beat you at this game.
That's a lie.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm going to say that you have 3 dogs.
No.
And their names start with R.
I disagree.
I don't have 3 dogs. I only have 1 dog, Rifle.
Yeah. I changed it. I'm smarter than Mark.
Disgust I have over here.
Give me $18 million a year to do nothing in the morning.
Clearly being deliberately cagey about her children.
Really? Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Well, I'm starting November off on a bad
All right. But that's good.
Hey, listen. Congrats. You won a T-shirt.
See, even Kelly was like, she was so deliberately cagey, like, let me think. And then she hey, you know what? I'll do it. You know what? I can wake up early in the morning and have a boring conversation and be a boring conversationalist for $1 million a year. And I don't got a wife dragging me down.
All right. It's time.
Oh my god. This is gonna be hard. I don't have my good shoes on. Okay, so this is where I dance.
I mean,
All right, well,
Like the
starting
dancer,
November off on a bad.
and then you have to give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if I'm good or bad.
You want a t-shirt?
God, this guy's so funky. We got the same hair.
Great trip. Okay, all right, it's time.
That's Harrison Gerson from New York, New York. Great job, Harrison.
You can rewind it and check. Pretty good.
Ruth Ann is playing for.
Gosh, I had a dream tonight too. What is it about? I forget. I think I pulled my quad muscle. I think I'm hurt.
All right, you're playing for the Galley Bay Resort and Spa in Antigua. 7 days. I think Ruth Ann had a lot of Halloween candy this morning.
Oh, by
7
candy do
days
you
and
mean
6
rum?
nights in a deluxe oceanfront room. It's all inclusive. It's a prize valued at $10,000. You have 20 seconds and only one guess, Ruth Ann. Good luck.
All right, Ruth Ann, earlier this week, we talked with Real Housewife Giselle Bryant.
Yes.
Who did Giselle say her friend Robin wanted to fix her up with?
Oh, Dana Carvey.
Vanessa tried to set her up with her landscaper.
That's right.
Yes. Whose name was Dana?
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at Galley Bay Resort and Spa. An intimate, all-inclusive getaway. Sediment aquamarine seascape, a powdery white sand beach, and lush gardens. This boutique resort offers breathtaking sunsets, oceanfront dining, a
People,
specialty
don't
coffee
you know,
shop,
don't you
brunch
know,
shack,
it's about
yoga
time.
pavilion,
Now the
and so
party's
much
always
more.
jumping,
Your
and
prize
I'm
is
humping
valued
in
at
your mind.
approximately
Everybody
$10,000.
do a dance, shake some hands, get in things. Pump the party up.
Congratulations, Ruth Ann.
Thank you so much. Don't ever say a vision board works. I didn't see you on my vision board.
This was on your vision
Oh
board?
my god!
Yes.
Did you also have getting an attractive husband on your vision board? Maybe that'll happen.
All right, Ruth Ann, we're gonna talk off camera and we're gonna work on your vision board a little bit. All right, now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive an exciting kitchen and appliance package from Ninja valued over $500. So please pick a number between 1 and 102.
101.
What's that? What?
63.
63. Congratulations. Oh, look. There's your next husband. Look at that. You get to marry Caitlyn Jenner.
Did you call in sick from work today?
No.
Yes, you did?
No.
No. Oh, you're retired.
I'm unemployed.
You stood up with the enthusiasm of a person that's not supposed to be here.
I have a webcam where I dance in a bikini.
All right, coming up next, a behind the scenes look at our Halloween.
Still ahead on Live. Justin Long. Dr. Michael Bruce is here to answer all your questions about sleep. And coming up next, Steve Patterson takes us behind the scenes at yesterday's Halloween show.
Oh, God. Thanks for watching, everyone. The show's not over. I'm not the it's a commercial. What the hell? Oh. So Steve Patterson is my favorite. He's got 4 kids. He hates snow and he lives in Minnesota because his wife made him. Because his wife is his second mommy. Let's see how terrible his video is. They're always bad.
Match guarantee on all mattress purchases.
Oh,
Save
crap it
$1,000
on you.
Sealy Princeton
Crap it on you,
mattresses
you
only
damn
at
cable
Ashley.
box. Screw you.
During our big Halloween show yesterday,
Shut
our
up.
friend and roving reporter Steve Patterson, I like to call him the long-suffering Steve
Poor
Patterson,
Steve.
was backstage covering all the behind-the-scenes action.
His wife forces him to have
Here's
children that he
his
doesn't want and
in-depth
live in a place he doesn't
report.
want to
Take a
live
look.
in. Yo, you got a problem? Oh, I see.
Let's start the show. You got to tune in. We're going to be live in under 30 minutes now. All of these sad, empty chairs will be filled very soon. And we've got some folks who are here, as they should be, in costume. So I know there's at least one gentleman out there who's been in line since 5:45 a.m.
I'm sorry. I was expecting this to go jinxy. Start over. You can dislike the video if you don't like that.
Let's start the show. You got to tune in. We're going to be live in under 30 minutes now. All of these sad, empty chairs will be filled very soon. And we've got some folks who are here, as they should be, in costume. So I know there's at least one gentleman out there who's been in line since 5:45 a.m. this morning. So people take the Halloween show very, very seriously. And I thought that you might like going behind the scenes with me.
You look like a fool. You look like someone stuck in 90s.
Everybody's way today, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of movement during these commercial breaks. People will come, people will go. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
What's going on
Michael
here?
Gelman is here.
Instagram Live?
We're on Instagram Live. We're
TikTok?
on TikTok Live.
Does TikTok have live?
TikTok is live. We're live right
Hi,
now.
Misha. Hi, Jamie.
You're
Tell
live
us
and
about
live.
that.
I'm live.
I don't know what this does. I know this is taped to my head. This is taped.
Oh, no.
And what I can't wait to see happen is how we're going to untape it, because there's hair under here.
It's great to see you.
It's great to see you.
Oh,
Son of a gun. Look at what we have walked in on.
Dressed up as Ryan Seacrest.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
I didn't want to jump to any conclusions.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought, yeah.
Yeah, no. This is my first Halloween show. They do it here.
This is the first week that we'll see you in more wigs to come.
Wigs. It's a wig day.
So you, when you come off stage and there's a quick break, you were just like, you'll stand there, put clothes on me whenever.
Donald is in charge of me. He's gonna be running me through. It's akin to like Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
Right. He's run backstage and throw stuff on you and you go back out.
Oh, well, this is a sight. Look at all. Wow. These are really a lot. These look great. Everybody looks great. Come really close. You can see Heidi's head is bent inside there. Oh, wow. Is there any candy in here?
There is candy.
Really?
Yes, there is. It's 2 dry bags. It's all changing, but I want to surprise you.
Oh my
I
gosh.
want you to try to figure it out.
This is great. I'm really loving the energy backstage today. It's
I bet he
different.
works at a
It feels
discount
good.
just to
It's
get away from his
unpredictable.
wife.
How's everybody feeling? Good? We've got Michael Urie back there in full costume. Sonny and Bleeping Cher are here as I live in Bruce.
Chair. That is exactly right.
You guys look outstanding.
Did you see Michael
Michael
Urie?
Urie.
That's Tom Sandoval and
you
Carrie
could
Musgraves.
have, kind of mailed this in and just want something basic, and you went all in. Full medieval, full Spamalot. How comfortable is it? Oh, it's great. Great. It looks like chainmail and armor, but
I mean, I'm on 30 seconds count, so I need you guys to move because it's a walkout.
Did you make it? Just like
I know, but screw this up. Everybody be quiet.
you two at home. You still feeling good?
Still feeling good.
You feel
Still
good?
feeling calm. My arm's getting a little tired. Getting the.
Because you got to get the people
I gotta get the
going.
people to applause. See, look how quick I do. Come on.
You say you ever get drunk with that power a little bit?
Power of the hand.
You should see her walking down the street in Manhattan doing this. See if we can find maybe Art Moore, Michael Gelman. Here. They're ready, Art. Oh. We struck gold, everybody. Come on in. Here he is. Art Moore, how are you?
I don't know what I am.
What are you right now? What's
I think
happening?
I'm Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey. Something.
We have mere minutes to change it.
This is when they're getting everybody in their places. Oh, shoot. They were already great. This might be the best.
I don't even know what I am.
90 seconds.
That's like Kelly says, I don't even know what I am. I don't know. It says they just skip putting things. Oh my gosh, there he is, Art, all over. Kelsey Grammer, Kelsey. We just saw the hottest couple in America. Tavis, is it Tavis? Okay, all right, we just saw Tavis, all right? That's Travis. No, that's Taylor and Travis. You get it. There they are. All right, they're all getting into their places, looking great. Moment of truth.
By the way, it's trailer, and everyone knows that, except for losers from Minnesota.
Now, but then there's only one winner. Metamorphosis won. There you go. Just like that, we've got a Halloween show in the book here at Live. Maybe the best one yet.
You look like Steve Patterson. That's a great costume.
Thank you so much. Great to be here. Whoa. Now you can. This looks a little low. Hey, Cindy, can we get a refill? Real quick. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, she's had it.
Now I say every year I figure out what the show is about, like at the end of the show.
Yeah.
I just figured out. I was like, oh, the Era Star.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Kelly and Mark. Happy Halloween, guys. Thanks.
Finally figured it out. Thank you, Steve Patterson, for your endless coverage of us celebrating ourselves.
Coming up next, Justin Long. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live, Michael Bruce, the sleep doctor, is here to answer all of your sleep questions.
My mom's
All right, thank you so much, Steve Patterson, for your recipe for bread salad, or for tossed salad. Thank you for your recipe for tossed salad. I'm sorry, it's not a recipe for tossed. Oh, he tossed our salad. God, was I passed out on Benadryl?
4071.
Was I passed out on Benadryl again, Mark?
That's 1-866-650-4071.
Get ready, everybody. He was recently voted Hollywood's greatest scream king. I totally agree.
Same.
Please welcome back to the show, Justin Long.
I feel like I know you. I was just going to say that. Yeah, I feel like I know you too.
You must get that everywhere you go. People feel like they know you.
I don't. They don't say that. They think they'll say a version of that. Do I know you from somewhere?
Do I know you?
But I definitely feel like I know. Having listened to your Kelly's Great podcast with Mark and I love that
Right back
episode so much.
at you.
Thank you.
How was your Halloween?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yes.
Hey.
Tell me.
Well, is it too late to talk about?
No.
Okay, good.
We're going to talk about this till we ask everyone what their New Year's resolution is.
Yeah, it's to talk more about Halloween.
Yeah.
I love Halloween, and every year, my wife and I, we like to speak in a. We love that song, The Monster Mash. You know, It was a graveyard smash. Yeah. And I love that guy's voice. And I like imagining him doing other sort of covers of other songs, like "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." but so we speak in that voice all day, and we like to go through. It's fun to go through drive-through, like at Dunkin' Donuts.
Someone's desperate for voiceover work.
Speak like that. Yes, I would like, a murderous cup of coffee. And we probably
Someone's tight on cash too because they can't afford to get a professional reel made.
I would like one medium coffee, please, with almond milk and your soul. I'm just kidding, just the coffee. Here's your cash.
You're 40-something?
Now I want coffee.
This is what you do for fun? His wife must have been a model back when he was actually popular. That's why you got to get hot model wives when you're at your peak of fame, because those 15 minutes run out quick.
It's a crazy face she's making. But people are usually like the guy yesterday was laughing, and I think people mostly get a kick out of it.
I mean, I love it. I'm going to only order that way from now on.
I freaked one guy out. Sometimes it gets a little. We were at a gas station. I opened the door for him. I said, "Enter at your own risk." And he was like, "All right." And he's like, "Oh, you're in this horror movie." And
Hey, listen, we need to take a break. When we come back,
I'm going to take a break forever from this guy ever being on your show again. I'd rather have his wife just sit there and say nothing.
Tomorrow at Live, a performance by Josh Radnor.
Dustin Debris.
Way, cleaning your entire system. So if you need an air duct cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER today.
We're back with Justin Long. He's got a great podcast called Life is Short with Justin Long. And, you recently had a young starlet new on the scene on your podcast.
Yes, a fresh-faced up-and-comer.
Yes. Tell me about it.
Her name is, I'm butcher her last name is Kelly Ripka.
Ripka.
You were so excited to do the podcast. You were really excited.
I've got to tell you, you're such
Another
a good,
cheesy fucking stupid
interviewer.
joke.
We talked about how we're
Messing up the last name.
compliments.
Monster
We
Mash.
discussed this on the podcast.
You were terrible at it.
I'm gonna mess up her
Miserable.
name.
Thank you. I deserve that.
I can see you're a terrible
You asked
improviser.
me about this moment that I knew Mark was the one. I want to know what your moment.
Yeah, you just got recently married, yeah?
Recently married. I don't have my ring on because I lost it, unfortunately.
That happens.
Well, okay. I didn't have to reveal.
Well, I found out, I knew that my wife was the one for me when I saw her in the catalog and found out she was in my price range and she didn't have any physical abnormalities. I am old enough to be your father. Yes. If I got a girl pregnant in high school, she would be my daughter. And she's from a very poor village in a very poor country. And so she was on a discount. She was a clearance girl. So I brought her here and yeah, she wants to be an actress. And I said, I'll give you the best role. You could pretend to love me for the rest of my life.
Recently married, yeah?
Recently married. I don't have my ring on because I lost it.
Because you don't love her. She's an employee.
Well, okay. I didn't have to reveal that. I just left it backstage.
She's a European
Justin
wench.
married Kate Bosworth.
She's lovely.
Very lucky. I feel very lucky. But I'm so curious because I did have a moment with her. When I met her, it was a real sense of knowing that I'd never had before, like real conviction. And I'm always curious about other people. And I had heard about that before, like when you know, and all those cliches, but then they become like immediately true. And so I was curious about your moment of knowing with Mark. And it's a great story. But I was also curious what your perspective was of that. It happened when you guys were at dinner,
restaurant. Yeah,
and you remember paying, and Mark tabulated the bill very quickly in his head.
He did math in his head,
like
and I was like,
Rain Man.
I know. I was like, this guy knows math.
Yeah.
And
that was the moment. That was the moment.
And I was like, I have to figure out a way to marry him.
All right. So Justin, I was just trying to get out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
We would still be there at Arizona 206 on the east side.
But you had a great, I don't think that's true. And then you said, you were amazed by it. And you said, yeah, you said, I've never met an actor who could do that.
Yeah, I never met an actor who can do math. And he said to me, I'm a terrible actor.
If it's true.
What about your knowing moment?
There were several. There was knowing right away. I knew I was going to be friends with her forever. We got along so well. I mean, I know it sounds just generic, but there was a moment a couple months later where I knew I'd already known how funny and kind and all the things she was.
Oh,
but
she's funny,
there was
kind,
a
and
moment where
brilliant. Say she's a genius.
She did something. And
Let's
it's not to
complete
make
the
any
super
sense. It was very
fucked up.
specific, and I just realized. I said to her, I looked at her. I said, "Oh, you're wild.
Yeah.
You have like a little wild in you, like weird and wild." And which I hadn't seen, and then
you're like, "That's my person."
What? That's it. That's what it takes. And but I had always had, because she's an actress in the world that I know. I'd always had an idea of her, right. and when we met, we both I think were surprised by one another. And she said to me, like, I had an idea about you, and I know Kate Bosworth, the actress, for years, and I said, well, what was your idea of me? She said, I don't know. I thought you were like comedy guy. And I was like, she goes, what do you think of me? She goes, I said, I thought you were like fashionista, So we have those things in us, but I just completely misjudged.
I like you two as a couple.
I've never been happy.
Listen, this is way too short. Can you come back?
I would love to.
You need to short with Justin Long on the Wondery app, on Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcast. What next? Do you have narcolepsy? We're going to find out.
Stay social with us. Follow us.
I think you've proven to us in the first 6 minutes of the segment that you are not Mr. Comedy Guy. I mean, before you even before that whole drive-through thing shows us you're not Mr. Comedy Guy. Wasn't Kate Bothworth the girl who was in like 6 movies 25 years ago and then stopped getting roles and said she was doing it so she could marry four husbands and have 4 unsuccessful marriages? Let's try that again. Isn't Kate Bosworth the girl that was in like 8 movies 25 years ago and then said she retired to pursue 4 unsuccessful marriages before settling for the ugly guy? The ugly nice guy. When you're in your 40s and you have to settle for the ugly nice guy as your 5th husband, look in the mirror. Maybe you're not really a good girlfriend or a wife.
To your questions and help you enroll over the phone.
Goes to show, flat chests don't really get you that far if you don't have money to go with them.
Well care.
We just heard something incredible. Check our social media later on. Justin Long just told us a ghost story, and it's very compelling.
All right, so recently on the show, I talked about experiencing sleep paralysis. And
I mean, why would I check the social media? You just told us. Like, I don't got to check this podcast now because you told us the answer to the question, to the story.
Sleep paralysis. And today we're going to learn more about that and also some other stuff and some more clinical. Here to join us is clinical psychologist.
Yeah, start stuttering more.
Sleep medicine expert. The sleep doctor himself.
$8 million a year for that stuttering butt fuck.
I almost just fell asleep reading that. I'm glad we got you here.
Right.
Yeah, glad we got you here.
Okay, so welcome back, by the way. Mark talks about having sleep paralysis all the time. What is sleep paralysis?
So when you're in REM sleep, which is your dream sleep, your body is paralyzed so you don't act out your dreams.
Oh.
And when you wake up out of REM sleep, sometimes that paralysis hangs on and can actually cause a paralysis. Good news is it's not dangerous. And most people, believe it or not, I've even experienced this at times myself. So it's not something to be super duper concerned.
I find it happens when I'm like, on a run, like really tired, flying from different time zones. I'm so tired. And that's when it happens.
So usually it happens for most people in times of dramatic sleep deprivation. So when you're crossing time zones, drinking too much coffee, running around, having like late nights, things of that nature.
Drinking too much coffee.
Sorry,
because I can't, when I think about a loss of sleep, I don't believe he suffers from a lack of sleep. I think of him as one of the sleepiest people. He sleeps a lot, like a large cat.
Right. So with some people, it's not about quantity of sleep, it's about quality of sleep. And so one of the things we have to do is always look for that quality of sleep issue.
Why do I feel like someone's in the room?
So this is actually incredibly common as well. I actually have had this experience too. When your body is kind of coming back online, all of your senses are kind of starting to show up. And so what's happening is that's how your body is interpreting coming back online. Good news is 99% of the time, there's not anybody in the room. It's just that feeling that your body gets.
Okay, we have to take a break. We're going to have more with Dr. Bruce when we return.
Fascinating.
Stick around.
Fascinating.
Friday on Live. National Geographic photographer Bertie Gregory. Once in a lifetime is never enough.
Never enough.
When I wear diamonds, I feel powerful. I feel on top of the world. Diamonds are for everyone. I put the memory with. Diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. Love for all. Diamonds for all. Pandora, lab-grown diamonds.
Brian, Carly Pierce, Chris Stapleton, Old Dominion with Megan Maroney, and Jelly Roll and K. Michelle.
The CMA Awards live.
November 8th on ABC.
We are back with the sleep doctor himself, Dr. Michael Bruce. Another sleep issue that we're learning about is narcolepsy. But before we get to that, I want to find out if Mark is experiencing sleep paralysis at home, what should I do?
As a partner, yeah.
So historically, we say don't mess with people, especially like, for example, if you're a sleepwalker, you wouldn't want to touch a sleepwalker. But actually for somebody who's experiencing sleep paralysis, you can put a hand on him, kind of give him like a nice soothing touch and let him know, hey, if you relax, this is going to go by much faster, because the more you fight it, the longer.
See, I want her to shake me out of it.
Yeah, he's told me
Not gonna work. I feel if she doesn't, I'm going to go into the light.
Yeah, promise you, you're not.
I'm not going to go into the light.
I promise you, you're here. You're going to be here for a long time.
Okay.
It's not going to be an issue.
Is there any treatment available for this?
So it turns out, number one, get more sleep or get higher quality sleep is one thing. But it turns out that this can actually be something that people have, even if they have high quality sleep. There are medications that can be helpful for something like this. So it's not such a thing that you can't actually get there. It can also be a symptom of something called narcolepsy.
He has narcolepsy.
I'm not convinced.
No, I am convinced. He can fall asleep in the middle of a cocktail party.
So that, I would argue, probably has more to do with sleep deprivation. One of the things that we know about people with narcolepsy, which, by the way, is a serious disorder. It's a brain disorder. It's something that causes people to have horrible, horrible sleep at night, which gives them sleep attacks during the day.
Okay.
So you don't have this situation where all of a sudden you can barely keep your eyes open. Boom, you're asleep.
Like midnight mass when I was an altar boy. Right. Yes. But not normal.
He's fallen asleep during parent-teacher conference.
Well, that was boring.
Well, right. I mean,
so boring.
Right. Look, probably a warm room. They probably weren't talking directly to you.
No,
I've done that too. Yeah. I get it. Right. Yeah. But at the end of the day, narcolepsy is a much bigger situation. Also, it can have something called cataplexy, and you can actually test for narcolepsy.
You need to get tested for.
Yep. Well, there's a sleep test. In the evening, a nap test during the day, and then a blood test that you can actually do to confirm whether or not you have the diagnosis of narcolepsy. I got to be honest with you. Historically, in our clinics, we've treated many narcoleptics. There's a very low likelihood that you would be narcoleptic.
I'm just really tired.
You're tired, and maybe you need a little bit more sleep than you're getting.
All right, thank you, Dr. Bruce. For more information on these sleep issues and more, check out thesleepdoctor.com. We'll be right back.
Want to know more about Live? Log on to our website.
We really don't want people to think of feeding food like ours as spoiling their dogs. Good, real food is simple. It looks like food. It smells like food. It's what dogs are supposed to be eating. No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life.
It's amazing to me how many people write in about their dogs changing for the better. The farmer's dog is just our way to help people take care of them.
We want our cats to be happy, but when they spray outside the litter box, fight with other house cats, or scratch the furniture, they could be telling you they're stressed. To help them feel more calm, plug in Feel Away Optimum. Enhanced calming for cats from the #1 vet-recommended brand for feline calming.
Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning host the CMA Awards live Wednesday on ABC.
Watch country music's biggest night on ABC 7. Sponsored locally by Hiscox, business insurance experts.
I'm Orlando, and I'm living with HIV. I don't have to worry about daily HIV pills because I switched to every other month Cabenuva.
For adults who are undetectable, Cabenuva is the only complete long-acting HIV treatment you can get every other month. It's 2 injections from a healthcare provider.
Now when I have people over, HIV pills aren't on my mind.
Don't receive Cabenuva if you're allergic to its ingredients or if you're taking certain medicines which may interact with Cabenuva. Serious side effects include allergic reactions, post-injection reactions, liver problems, and depression. If you have a rash and other allergic reaction symptoms, stop Cabenuva and get medical help right away. Tell your doctor if you have liver problems or mental health concerns, and if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or considering pregnancy. Some of the most common side effects include injection site reactions, fever, and tiredness. If you switch to Cabenuva, attend all treatment appointments.
It feels good to just live in the moment. With every other month Cabenuva, I'm good to go.
Ask your doctor about Cabenuva today.
Mariah Carey presents Merry Christmas, one and all. Your favorite holiday tradition, live in Chicago. Mariah Carey in concert. Performing your favorite holiday songs and more. United Center, December 3rd. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Oh, God.
We'll get you holiday.
Sorry, guys. Jump the gun there.
Every step feels like you're floating. Plus,
These
they have
shoes are
Skechers
bad, by
premium
the
cushioning
way.
for extra comfort. Skechers Glide
They
Step
look
Flex.
cool, but they're uncomfortable.
Hey, don't forget on tomorrow's show, Josh Radnor performs and Chef Noble Wilson cooks some comfort food. And we'll get you holiday shopping with some amazing bargains.
Just remember with Skechers, you get what you pay for. There's a reason why they're so cheap. And no, they're not passing on the savings use because they're cheaply manufactured with cheap fabric.
It's live right now. Nipping Tucker. The bombshell new claims about what Tucker Carlson did that led to Fox News firing the most popular personality on their network. Kim's hard sell.
Who cares?
Why Kim Kardashian's new line of bras is arousing a lot of attention.
I'm introducing a brand new bra with a built-in nipple. So no matter how hot it is, you'll always look cold.
Is this in bad taste or is it supporting a good cause? Then, former Congressman Adam Kinzinger is live to talk about how.
Why does Kim Kardashian always look like she's like high off of cough syrup?
We're talking about NFC and the Dallas damn Cowboys, Michael.
Kim Kardashian always looks like she's like chugged a half a bottle of. She chugged a half a bottle of Benadryl. It's like Smile. Anyways, that's the end of the Dia de los Muertos episode. Por favor, en español, puncha la botón. Oh, wait. Oprima el mucho gusto. Y let's felicidades los muertos del mundo. Thank you to all of our wonderful. Actually, the guests were terrible. That guys. You know, there's a reason why I don't remember any of the guy's movies. He was someone that was in a lot of teenage movies. He was the guy that was like 24 years old and played a sophomore in high school because he was able to work extra hours. He looked like a kid, but he wasn't under 18, so they didn't have to limit his hours per like SAG-AFTRA rules, which will probably be thrown out by now. Or yeah, you know, in a few months. So, anyways, thanks for your participation because that makes this whole show the success that it is. This whole stream. Maybe one day I'll be the next host of The Tonight Show. I mean, I pretty much do the same stuff Jimmy Fallon does, except I'm much better looking. Anyways, see you next time for the next episode. Make sure to like and comment on all of my episodes and smash the bells and ring the bells so LL Cool J comes with big Halloween candies and then cuts you off and shuts down the block. All right, that's my Justin Long acting impersonation. Now give me money because I got hair and I can go, hey. He's going to play Keanu Reeves after he dies. He's going to play Keanu Reeves the teenage years when he's 60. All right, you guys. See ya. Word of advice, don't eat all your candy at once. Ho, ho, ho. That's a joke. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Why do I have a pain in my